Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Dirty Pete and Owen's weekly news roundup show. So, let's kickstart with the first story, shall we? We're in a different venue. Kind of. Let me know in the comments what you think of this, because we might use this more often. We don't know yet. But anyway, first proper story. So, the new Arthur's Law will ensure parents that kill children are never released from prison. Well, rest in peace to young Arthur. Very sad story, that one. I'm sure you've all heard of that one. That one, unfortunately, was on the tail end of the last weekly news roundup show, so didn't quite make it. But yes, sadly, young child killed by his parents, and yeah, it's not what you want to see, but it's good that some good has come of it, you know. So yeah, thumbs up to the government for actually passing that one. Yeah, rest in peace, Arthur. Anyway, let's move on to the next story. So, an astrophotographer has taken the clearest ever photo of the sun, and it just looks incredible. I mean, wow. It looks more orange than that, and that's saying something. Yeah, it's probably even brighter than you and all. Mind you, you're not really bright at all, are you? So, an Indian doctor has performed over 37,000 free cleft palate surgeries to help children smile. That is another uplifting story, and that's the sort of thing that we want to hear, you know. Doctors performing free surgery for things like that. You know, it really does change your life, you know, being able to just smile at things. Yeah, I wish you were that generous. Anyway, so, an 8-year-old has set the world record by solving 210 maths questions in just 1 minute. Wow, that is incredible. I can barely do 2 maths questions in a minute, let alone 210. I mean, 4 plus 5. I'm stuck on that. Yeah, the only maths question that I'm interested in is 68 plus 1. Insert Irwin's mum joke here. Anyway, so, an indestructible black box is being built in Australia to record the fall of our civilization. Well, that's very philosophical, I suppose. I don't really know what to say to that. Maybe it's just a black box in place so that the world can get cheaper insurance. Or something like that, anyway. Anyway, so here's for another sad one. So, Nick Cannon has announced that his 5-month-old son, Zen, has passed away. Well, this is, again, some horrible news. There seems to be a lot of that at the moment, of kids, especially young kids, dying. Yeah, it's not very nice, that. Basically died of a build-up of fluid in the brain, which, I mean, it doesn't sound the worst way to go, I suppose, but at the same time doesn't sound particularly nice. But yeah, rest in peace to Zen, and you know, I hope Nick Cannon and everyone affected is doing all right. Yeah, need to try and stop that sort of thing. Anyway, so Chile has legalized same-sex marriage. Well, it's always good to hear countries catching up with things like that, because I don't know why it hasn't happened beforehand, you know. Love is love. It doesn't matter, you know. Boy and boy, girl and girl, you know, whatever, you know, just if you're in love, you're in love. Who cares? Thumbs up to Chile. Yeah, it is a bit nippy, isn't it? Oh, right, no, sorry, you meant Chile as in... let's just move on. So, a young man has been working on his stammer and cynophobia by speaking to strangers and petting their dogs. Well, it's a lovely story, that.
I think a lot of us suffer with speech impediments of some sort, so, you know, whatever helps, and man's best friend and all that.
Yeah, I don't mind petting dogs, like your mum, for example. Anyway, so over 100,000 signed petition for an independent investigation into the Downing Street Christmas party. Well. So the big news story of the week, this one. So it's come out that quite possibly there's been more than one party last Christmas that went on at Downing Street, despite the fact that in the UK at the time there was a lockdown in place. So it disrupted Christmas for most families. Whilst, you know, the politicians were there having a dance, having a boogie, doing what they've told everyone else not to go and do. Yeah, but personally, I think if they're found guilty on that, then that's a sackable offence right there. I think, you know, setting a rule and then breaking it yourself. Yeah, Boris, you're on thin ice, I'm afraid.
And worth noting that my hair is better than yours. I mean, just look at it shine. Anyway, so a cannabis company has created the world's largest weed brownie at 385 kilograms. I mean, we've said it before. Don't do drugs, but especially don't try and eat that. Even if there wasn't weed in that, I don't think you'd get very far going through that, you know? That's a big old brownie. I mean, Dirty Pete might be able to eat it, you know, if it was just brownie. He's a bit on the large side.
You what, boy? I'll have you. Anyway, so New Zealand is banning cigarettes for anyone born after 2008. Well, I'm glad that someone's doing it. I mean, I'd heard rumours that this was going to happen, but I'll tell you what, the New Zealand Prime Minister, President, whatever she is, she yeah, I've said it before. She has got her head screwed on. You know, she knows what she's doing. I have nothing but respect for her. Yeah, yeah, it's a huge epidemic still, or pandemic. You know, a bit of both, I guess. Yeah, smoking's bad, kids. Don't do it. So yeah, I'm glad that someone's putting in some policies to try and slow it down. So yeah, thumbs up to New Zealand.
Yeah. Plus, New Zealand have got some great snacks. As you'll have found out from the last video we put up. Go check it out. Anyway, so we're coming to the end of 2021, and Adam Sandler's style is Google's most searched celebrity outfit of 2021. I mean, he's known for not really caring about what he wears. He wears some very baggy clothes. It's not really very celebrity-esque. It's just your average Joe sort of clothing, and I think that's why people are so on board with it. And me too, you know.
Yeah, but that's because, well, as Charity would say,
Oh my god, you've got like no style.
so yeah. Anyway, next news story. So, a pro wrestler has kissed boyfriend in front of homophobic protesters to stand up to hate. Well, that is an iconic photo for sure, right there. You know, stick it to the man, quite literally there.
I had some wrestling going on upstairs last night between my mum and Dirty Pete. At least I think it was wrestling anyway. Let's move on. So, the world's loneliest house, constructed during World War One, still remains empty in the Dolomite Mountains. Well, that certainly is lonely. That's very remote. I mean, if you don't like people, that's probably the best place to live right there.
Yeah, maybe I'll move in there with your mum, just to get some peace from you. Anyway, so, an AI has watched 400,000 hours of stand-up comedy and wrote these jokes. I just had a birthday. I'm now so old my birth certificate is a death certificate. How are dentists real? You touch enough tooth and get a job working in my mouth. I hate the economy. Dinosaurs are crazy weird, right? How do they survive without having credit cards? I guess they didn't. That is some good jokes. That's quite scary if AIs are coming up with jokes like that, though. Irwin, we're in trouble. It's Skynet. It's back. Ugh.
I told you it was real. Anyway, so here's for a weird story. So a photographer has reunited with over 300 people to recreate some photos from 40 years ago. I'm not really sure why, mind. That seems a bit of a strange story. I mean, it's kind of cool, I suppose, to see the difference in like the backgrounds and the clothing and the hairstyle and stuff. But then again, none of them had hair as good as this.
Will you stop touching your hair, boy? Anyway, so new French law means that school bullies could get up to 10 years in prison. I mean, bullying at school is a problem, and it has been for, well, as long as school's been about, I guess, but 10 years in prison, that seems a bit excessive, that. Blimey. I mean, 10 years ago, Irwin, I'm not even sure if he was even born.
I blooming hope so. Anyway, so a Japanese billionaire by the name of Yusaku Miyazawa has launched to space to find out what happens when you play Pokemon Go in space. I mean, I would like to see space one day, you know, I mean, it'd be quite cool, but going just to play Pokemon Go seems a bit... I wish I had that sort of money.
Yeah, and I wish you'd go to space and stay there. Anyway, so the FDA has approved eye drops that replace the need for glasses. Wow, this could be a game changer, that's for sure. Now, I'm presuming that these are eye drops that you need to put in sort of once a day for the rest of your life, probably. But I mean, some people really don't like wearing glasses.
But what will people drink out of when they go to restaurant? Oh, you mean... Oh. Oops. Let's move on, shall we? So, a woman was shocked after discovering the crucified figure of Christ in her peeled tangerine. I mean, I guess I can see it, but... You're really grasping at straws there. Blimey. Christ, I should say.
Yeah, you've got to be careful saying that, Irwin. Anyway, so a Chinese company has developed a personal flying vehicle. We're in the future. I'm telling you, we are in the future. That looks really cool, that. Dread to think how much it's going to cost, that mine. Ugh. Well, anyways, that was this week's Dirty Pete and Irwin's Weekly News Roundup show. We'll catch you again next week. Bye.